God's care for the poor. At the end of every 7 years, thou shalt make a release. Deuteronomy 15, verse 1. A second tithe provided for the poor, and to assist in the expenses of assembling the people for religious services. This second tithe, whether of money or produce or firstlings of the flock, was brought to the sanctuary for a religious feast to which the Levite, the stranger, the fatherless, and the widow were invited. Every third year, this second tithe was to be used at home in entertaining the Levite and the poor, a special fund for charity and hospitality. This second tithe, with its special recognition of the poor and unfortunate, greatly distinguished the laws given by Moses from the laws of the heathen kingdoms. As long as Israel followed God's instructions, no beggars would need to be among them. Further, the poor were given the right to a certain portion of the produce of the soil. A hungry person could eat the grain or fruit from his neighbor's field, orchard, or vineyard to satisfy his hunger. All the gleanings of harvested fields, orchard, and vineyards belonged to the poor. Every 7th year, special provision was made for the poor. In this sabbatical year, the crops were not to be planted or vineyards dressed. Whatever the land produced spontaneously, the people might eat fresh. But they were not to lay up any portion in storehouses. How would this work? The 6th year, the Lord would make ample provision for a super crop. If the law given by God for the benefit of the poor had continued to be carried out, how different would the present condition of the whole world, morally, spiritually, and temporally? Something to think about. Selfishness and self-importance would not be as manifested as now, but each would cherish a kind regard for the happiness and welfare of others, and such widespread destitution as is now seen in many lands would not exist. Maybe, who knows? We can be God's instruments to care for the disadvantaged by the way we allocate personal funds. You give back to God what belongs to Him. The rest, what someone gives to charity, that's up to them, as far as I'm concerned. But God's blessings are given that we may, in turn, bless others who need help. Help where there's a need as best you can. The rest, I believe it's up to you.